कोड करना भूल गया. Anyway, so this is the architecture, Java architecture. Okay, and you remember JVM's internal structure. JVM's internal structure. Okay, you want me to repeat? বাবা কি হয়েছে? Hello, hello, am I audible? Sorry, power cut हुआ है. मोबाइल डेटा से ठीक है, चलेगा, कुछ प्रॉब्लम तो नहीं. वॉइस इज क्लियर, राइट? माय वॉइस इज क्लियर. Okay, fine. So today we'll start again. We'll do some practical thing with class and object, and then we'll move to object orientation, different properties of object orientation. Okay, there are 3 to 4 object oriented there are 3 to 4 properties to be called a language as object oriented programming language. You understood, right? What is object, what is class? So again, I am repeating it, a short description. So this is a class, suppose. Okay, this is a class. Okay, here are some properties. Properties means fields. It could be constructor, constructors, method, variables, constants. But how to use those fields? You have to make an object of this class. Okay, then in other words, this object, whatever you will make, the object will hold all the properties inside a class. Okay, let's see in coding way, right? So suppose what we have created our first program.java, right? Now this is a class, public class. This is how we declare class, right? Public class, our first program. So this is public. Public means public is public is access modifier. Okay, what is access modifier? I'll discuss it later in detail, but as of now, just take it like this. Access modifier is to restrict some element, some components to be accessed by other people. Like this is public. Public means everyone outside this class can access this. Okay, for now just let it be like this. Okay, public means from outside this class also everyone can. Everyone means in this project all other class can access this particular class or the methods of this class. Okay, fine. Public is access modifier, then class, then our first program. This is called, this naming convention is called Pascal case. Pascal case means your class name should always start with capital letter, and all the syllables will be differentiated using capital letter. Like here 3 syllables are there, right? Our first program. O is capital, F is capital, and P is capital. Understood? This is called Pascal case. Sorry. This is called Pascal case. Pascal case. Okay. This is how we denote or we name a class. Okay. Now, this is the class body. Inside this curly braces, this is a class body, and this class body can have any number of elements. Okay, elements or rather fields. What are the fields? Fields are basically constructor, methods, okay, then variables, then constants. Okay, so these are the normal what I say fields of this particular blueprint. Okay, now let's discuss one by one. Suppose first is variable. So what is variable? First thing, variable is a location. Variable is a location in the memory, right? Your memory bank you have in your computer, you will have one memory bank, right? Memory bank means your what do you say, it's kind of your storage of the computer. Okay, so storage of the computer, let's say like this. Okay, now naming the variable means, suppose we have mentioned here an int of a equal to 0. Okay, int a equal to 0. So this is an integer variable. Okay, in this in your memory location, right, the location is segregated by means of their data types. Int is a data type. Okay, what is the type of the data? So suppose this portion is for int. Okay, or integer values. All the integer values will come to this particular box. Okay, and this a denotes the location of this particular box, means small box, right? This is the a, and what is the value it is holding? That is 0. The 0 will be stored here. So a is what? A is basically the memory location. A is memory location inside the memory. So variables denote the memory location of the particular data. Any confusion on variable? Khushbu? Sorry? No. See, suppose this is int a equal to, let's say, 10. Okay, this is the variable we are declaring. Now what is this a means? Okay, a is a variable. Okay, now what is this a means? A is in the memory location, in this memory location of your computer or of your JVM, there is separate coops of different data types. Like this is the place for integers, this is a place for string. Okay, this is the place for double, this is the place for let's say float. Okay, like that. Okay, now in this int portion, right, int portion, whenever you are mentioning this int, it will go to where this integer portion. Okay, now here also you have thousands of memory locations, right? You have thousands of memory locations like this, like these boxes. Now where exactly this 10 will go and set? So that is actually A. Okay, that is actually A. And now how this will come for each and every variable. Uh, there will be a specific number, let's say. Okay, there will be a specific number. That specific number will be that location. Okay, suppose you are putting here int a equal to 10. Now we cannot decide what will be the number of 10, in which place this 10 value will go and set. It will be decided by internal mechanism of Java, not us, but the JVM will decide where to store this. Got it? So what is A? A is a location of the variable. A is a location of the variable. Okay, fine. So this is how we declare variables. Now variables could be anything. It could be a double. Oh, sorry, spelling mistake. Double. Let's say double. Okay, double, and small letters. This is called the. I mean, we are not considering the classes. Okay, we are just denoting the variables. So double, suppose let's say db. Let we keep the names like this. db equal to right. Double means you will have two decimal points. Okay, let's say float. Okay, float fl equal to 10.00 or 01 f. At the end you have to mention f for the float type variable. Let's say we have long, L equal to, let's say, 10,000. Okay, let's say we have some string name equal to Java, right? So this is how we declare variables inside class, not outside class. Okay, inside class we have to declare the variables. Okay, then methods. What are the methods? Let's say in your project, right? In your project, let's say waste pack. Okay, suppose this is waste pack project. And waste pack has some different teams. So what are those teams? I forgot all the team names, but this team is responsible to do some task A, right? Task A. This team B, responsible for to do task B. Similarly, task C, task D, right? Like that. Okay, now you guys are sitting here. Okay, what you people are doing, you people are doing the same. I mean, you guys are responsible to deliver this task, right? You guys are working towards to deliver this particular task, है ना? एक प्रोजेक्ट में सपोज यू आर what are the projects are to assign you some specific tasks, right? So inside, if we are considering the waste pack as a whole is a class, then these particular areas will work together, or these people will work together to deliver a particular task, so all these people will work towards the same aim. All these people will work towards same aim to achieve a goal, right? So suppose there is one developer, you are the tester, there is one BA, there is one project lead, project manager, a scrum master, whatever, right? Helper, anything. But what are their ultimate aim? Ultimate aim is to deliver the task A, right? So the same way the method will deliver a particular task. Okay, method will deliver a particular task. Method, what is method then? Methods are basically a group of lines of code which will deliver a particular task. Okay, suppose let's say void print name. Okay, void print name, and then this is the method body. So first thing, this is the return type. Okay, and yes, here would be public. Suppose public void print name. So public is what? Public is access modifier. Okay, the structure of the method, this is access modifier. Okay, this is return type. This is return type, and then it is what? The method name. This is how we declare a method. Okay, keep an eye on this particular name. This name started with small letter. Okay, and all the syllables are differentiated with capital letter. So this is print name. P cannot be a capital letter. Okay, P always, for method, P always should be small letter, and N should be capital letter. Okay, next syllable. This particular case is called camel casing. Camel casing. Okay, camel casing. Camel means ऊंट. ऊंट कैसा होता है? ऐसे टाइप का होता है, राइट? कुछ ऐसा टाइप का होता है. तो यहाँ से हम लोग देखेंगे, ये छोड़ देंगे क्योंकि ये गला पोर्शन और मुंह पोर्शन मतलब जो सामने का है छोड़ देंगे. यहाँ पे जो देखेंगे वो है एकदम लो पोजीशन से स्टार्ट हो रहा है, एंड देन ऑल द पार्ट्स आर सेपरेटेड बाय कैपिटल्स. ओके, all the parts are separated by capitals. So this is why this particular naming convention is called camel casing. Okay, camel casing. Any problem with understanding? Now, so now this is the method. Suppose this is your team. What this team will do? This team will do just print your name. Okay. So how to print that? It's sysout statement. Okay. System.out.println will print something in the console. Print something in the console. And this is not the standard way to print the log, okay, the debug messages in your code when you are doing some professional code. But for now we will follow the system.out.println. Okay, we'll discuss later what could be used without using what without sorry without using this system.out.println. Okay, now here, so my name is Suvam, let's say. So this particular method, what this particular method is doing, this particular method is printing my name. That's it. Okay, this is how method can be declared. Now suppose you have a team. You have a team. Now expectation is after every day's work you have to give back this work to your client. Okay, suppose client is providing you some data, right, with some facilities and data here, and you are returning back, or you are returning the data or processed data to your client again. Okay, so here you are sitting here, I mean here you guys are sitting. Okay, you guys are sitting here and you guys are working towards achieving this particular goal. So this will be a method. Okay, and using this data you are processing the data and providing something to your client. Okay, now it can be anything, right? Suppose client is providing some data, client is providing you some data, but in return they are expecting nothing. Okay, but you have to provide something, to show something. I'm not sure how to describe it, but you don't have to return something, don't have to give to client. Okay, it will be automatically shown to the end user, right? Automatically shown to the end user. Your team, so there are two types of team. In one team, client is expecting some return. Okay, and in one team client is not expecting any return, but that work will be displayed to the end user. So this is the return type concept. Okay, here the return type concept will be, suppose client has given some string. Okay, and in return they are asking for, let's say, string value or integer value. Okay, so those kind of things will be returned. But here there nothing to return to the client. So what will be the return type? The return type will be void. Void means nothing to return. Okay, so in this particular case, in this particular method, we are returning nothing. We are just printing or showing this particular message to the end user, that is me. Understood? But suppose I want, as a client, I want from you, from your team, to return something. Okay, suppose this is public. So return types, let's say string. I want some string from your team. Your team is return name. Okay, return name. See, you are getting one error message here. Why? Because we have selected, or we have written the return type here as a string. So mandatorily we have to return some string to my client. Okay, let's say here we are passing as a client, I am passing some string here. Okay, string, let's say name. Okay, and what to return here? Just return name. That's it. Name is just directly we are returning this name. Let's say let's do like this. My name is this. Correct? So this is another type of declaration of method where we are returning something to the client and not showing something directly to the end user. Okay, now this is my job, this is the job you guys are doing. Okay, now I as a client prefers to get it from you, and we'll see if I am okay to show it to the client, or I'll keep it with me. Correct? That is the concept. So we are returning back to the client. So any method which will have a return type, this is the return type. You have to mandatorily return some data which is the type of this. This is the return type, right? Just now we have we have discussed. This is the return type. This is the access modifier. This is the return type, and this is the method name. Again, you see the method name is starting with what? Small letter, and syllables are with capital letter. Which is this case called? Camel casing. Good. Camel casing. Correct? We are not returning. There is no return statement. See, there is no return statement. Right. Correct. Correct. Yes. Yes. So same way we can return some integer. Same way we can return some float, some double variables. Like this is how this method works. Okay, this is the method. Now next thing is constructor. Okay, next thing is constructor. Constructors. Okay, so what are these constructors? Constructors are we can say it is a special method, okay, that initialize object of class. Initialize object of class. We have seen how we can instantiate one class using new keyword, right? New, then class name. Correct? This is the way we can instantiate or create an object of the class, right? So by doing this, we are actually calling the constructor of the class. This is the constructor of the class, like this. This is the constructor of the class. Our first program, and this is my constructor. This is the default constructor. Okay, default constructor means inside constructor body there will be nothing. If you are not, even if you are not mentioning any constructor, Okay, even if you are not mentioning your constructor, internally there will be one default constructor, that is this one. Default constructor will be automatically created. You do not have to worry about that. Default constructor means just class name and blank method body, blank body. Okay, class name and blank body. This is the default constructor. But why we will create we will create constructors? We will create the constructors if we want to instantiate something. If we want to instantiate or initiate some or initialize some data at the time of creating the object of the class. If we want to initialize some data, suppose let's say, let's not put anything in this particular string field. Okay, and let's say the name, I mean this string name will be what? Will be initialized as soon as we will create an object. Suppose name equal to so on. Okay, fine. So we have not initialized anything in here, anything in this particular field, but we are initializing with the inside the constructor. Okay, let's say this is public. I mean, as soon as we are writing something inside constructor body, this will become a special constructor. Okay, it's not default constructor, it is our customized constructor. Okay, this is our customized constructor. Understood? Now these are the overall fields, okay, inside a class. Okay, now from where the program execution will start? Always from public static void main, right? Here we will create an object of the class. An object of the class. How to create object of the class? First thing, class name, our first program. Okay, then the object variable, our see the variable name. How we are giving variable name? Variable name is same as method name, that means Pascal camel casing. Okay, equal to, then we are creating the object. What is the keyword to create object? It's new our program, right? So as soon as we are creating the object, this particular constructor will be activated or initialized. Okay, so the name is now assigned with Suom. Now let's say let's do one thing. Now this is my object variable, right? That means in this particular location all this object of this class is stored, correct? And what is object? And I mean what the object holds? Object holds all the properties. Object holds all the properties of the class. Okay, so suppose our first program dot see all the variables we are able to see, including the methods. You will see the method. See, print name, return name, all the methods are there, and these are all the default method. Okay, so we understood, I mean we just discussed, right? The native methods are going to the native stack position. So these methods are native methods which will go to where? If we suppose this is toString, okay, so this toString method will go to where? That native stack position. Okay, but for now what we will do, will print the name. Okay, so directly we cannot do like this, right? So we have to print like system.out.println sysout. Inside sysout we are putting this particular thing. Okay, now let's run this particular program. See, the name Suvam is printed here because we have initialized this particular, we have initialized this name variable. Name is not initialized here. Name we have initialized inside our constructor. So when this constructor is called when we are creating an object of this class. Okay, when we are creating an object of this class, and then when we are printing this particular name variable, then this whatever we have initialized inside our first program, the Suvam, is getting printed. Tell me, understood or not? Any confusion, anything you want me to repeat again? Okay. Correct. Right. There could be, just remember this like this. There could be two types of method. One method will return something. One method will not return anything. Now, when I am saying return something, there could be some specific data type, like integer, string, double. Okay, like your team. Okay, so suppose it is mandatory for your team. Okay, suppose this is your team. Okay, this is your team. It is mandatory for your team. Please send a daily status report, DSR, daily status report to the client on daily basis. Okay, on daily basis. This is Pritam's team. Okay, but in Khushbu's team, there is no mandate to return, to send any DSR. Okay, not even mandate. They told Khushbu's team that do not ever send DSR to us. Okay, I am only what do you say? I am only will see. I am only interested on the output of the program. I am only interested on the output of the program or output of your team. Okay, which will be directly displayed to the end user. End user could be anything. You understood, right? What is end user? End user could be anything. So in both cases, you guys are working to achieve a particular thing, right? So you guys are doing a job of a method, but Khushbu's team is not returning. Khushbu's team is not sending DSR every day to the client, but your team is doing. Your team is mandatory to. For your team, it is mandatory to send the DSR to the client every day, daily status report. So you are returning something to the client, but Khushbu's team is not returning. Khushbu's team is not returning anything. Now, Khushbu's team is doing what? Khushbu's team is providing the output to the end user directly. Now tell me, is it I mean clearer? Is it clear, right? Okay. So there would be two types of method. Let's say methods, right? Methods. There will be two types, which will return something, which will not return anything, not return. Okay, so when you are not returning anything, your return type will be void. Void will be return type. Okay, which when you are returning something, your return type can be string, can be int, can be double, anything. Okay, anything. Hmm. No, we have to return the string. We have to return the string only. So, right. It could be blank string. Okay, it could be blank string, but you have to return some string. Or it could be null also. We'll see what is null. Like that, this is string, suppose, okay? The return type we have declared as string. If we are trying to return, suppose 10, see, type mismatch, cannot convert from int to string. However, if we put 10.to string method, if we are using, then there will be no error, right? So like that you have to think, I mean whatever you are mentioning here, you have to return that data type. Okay, got it? Any question? किस चीज का घंटी बजी? Okay, fine. Suppose you have you want to achieve one calculator application. Okay, you will have one calculator application. Let's delete all the methods, all the variables from here. Okay, all the methods and variables we have deleted from here. Okay, now I want some method to return addition of two numbers, two integers. Okay, now when I am saying numbers, there will be integers. Method to return subtraction of the two numbers. Method to return multiplication of two numbers, and method to return division of two numbers. Okay, how to do that? Addition of two numbers will be done by this sign. subtraction will be done by this sign, multiplication will be done by this sign, and division will be done by this sign. Now your duty, your task is to write the methods here. One by one you will send me the method, you will write it, okay, and send me the methods, and I will run and tell you is your method correct or not. Is that fine? Okay, carry on please. So first method is to add two numbers and you have to return it. Two numbers means any number we can send, right? Anything. I'll not tell you what to just do it with your existing intent, then I'll see it how much you are prepared. Then I'll tell you everything. No, don't put any numbers. Okay, don't put any numbers. Just write generic method. Please don't search Google. No need to search Google actually. I am not testing you or I am not taking any exam. Just try to write. Okay, otherwise I'm here to guide you. हुआ क्या? ओके, क्या किए हो वो शेयर करो फर्स्ट। शेयर किया गया, ओके फाइन। पब्लिक स्टैटिक, वाई स्टैटिक? स्टैटिक तो मैंने अभी सिखाया भी नहीं। स्ट्रिंग इंट 1+1, नो। नो, my screen is visible, right? This means nothing. Static is a keyword. I'll discuss this static keyword later. So what I have told, I mean what I asked to do this method to return addition of two numbers. Now when you are adding two numbers, what will be the data type? टू इंटीजर, सपोज तुम दोनों इंटीजर को ऐड कर रहे हो तो उसका डेटा टाइप क्या होगा? इंटीजर होगा, राइट? देन the return type would be int, and then your method name is add two numbers, right? Add two numbers, and here two numbers are int a, int num1, and int num2, sorry, num2. Correct? Now in the method body, this is the method name we have written. Now in the method body, what to return? We have to return the sum of two numbers. Sum of two numbers, right? So simply num1 plus num2. That's it. No need to do anything else, static vatic कुछ नहीं चाहिए. The same way I want you to do these three: subtraction, multiplication and division. Same way, okay? There is no other thing, the same way we have to do it. Okay. Public int sub 2. Okay. Is a subtraction, right? No, you are not doing it in your ID. You are not getting errors. फिर return what? Return sub to num नहीं हुआ ना? नहीं हुआ. Same way. What I returned? Num1 plus num2. So what you have to return? You have to return num1 minus num2. Yes. Subtract two numbers. You have to put the name like this. Meaningful name. Always go for meaningful name. Chat. Okay. तो ये VS कोड में तुम ये नहीं दे रहा है the see, that is fine. Division, for division you have written, right? It's okay. Okay, public int 2 division means 2 division means, and you are giving gaps in space. Why? It should be division of 2 numbers, right? And return. Why int here again? And where is the bracket, curly braces? And this is for multiplication. And why it is float, Pritam? If you multiply two integers, can it be in float? It can be floating in for the division only, right? Multiplication of two numbers. Always give meaningful name to the method. Okay, this is int. Okay, now this is getting some structure. Fine. Now if we call this is out our first program dot addition of two numbers, right? Addition of two numbers, let's say 20 and second number is, let's say, 30. So what we can do, we can run it and see 50 is coming, right? So we can do like this: int number num1 equal to 30 and int num2 equal to, let's say, 25. Okay, now what we'll do, we'll simply not hard code and do like this: num1 and here num2. We are initializing at the start of this main method. These variables are called local variables, local variable to the main method. If you are creating some variables, if you are initializing some variables inside a method, are called local variable. Okay, if a variable is declared inside a method is called local variable. The lifespan of these particular variables are not outside this particular main method. Okay, main method is also a method. Okay, main method is also a method like this thing, where main method is returning nothing, as this is a void, right? Public means it can be accessed from anywhere, and these are the arguments, string arguments. We'll look into it in detail. Okay, and this main is a keyword inside JVM, and JVM will look for this public static void main to execute one code. But in another word, main method is also a method. Okay, fine. So this is my first program, add two numbers. Okay, and let's say all these method will be called like this. Subtraction of two numbers. Okay, then we'll do multiplication of two numbers, right? And at the last, division of two numbers. Yes, division, right? Division of two numbers, right? All four methods are called. Now if you run the program, you will get these 55, 5, 750 and 1. Okay, so this is the addition, this is a subtraction, this is a multiplication, and this is division. Any confusion? Practice it now. No need, right? Because at the return itself, we are mentioning it is multiplication, it is subtraction, it is division. So we are returning what? This is same as, suppose we have int mul equal to num1 into num2. Okay, and you are returning this mul. Is the same basically. Okay, so declaring one variable will take another portion of the memory. So that is why, to save the memory, we will not, for one liner program, we will not declare any variable and directly do it here like this. Practice this particular program in your write down whole program on your own and see if you are understanding it. Otherwise I will repeat again. And see how I am putting comments. Okay, at the top of the method we are putting we can put comment like this, either double line or this one. If you are putting multiple lines of comments will not execute. Okay, If you are putting multiple lines of comments, then you can put it like slash star and ending with again star slash. Okay, practice it, practice the whole thing, and I want to see the programming is running on your local, and you are getting all these answers. चलो 5 मिनट में करो ये चीज, फटाफट करो. Please let me know once done. Hmm? What? Initialize the numbers here only. After you are done, you just share your screen and we will see how the things are running. प्रीतम तुम्हारा ग्रेजुएशन कौन से सब्जेक्ट में है? बीटेक इन इंडस्ट्रियल इंजीनियरिंग. So all these instrumentation things are there, right? Electronics. Okay. And Khushbu? No, BE okay. What is your subject? Computer science. Okay. Then you are understanding, right? What are those things? No, no, that is fine. I mean, right now you are understanding, right? समझ लो, ज़्यादा प्रैक्टिस की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. समझ लो चीज़ों को. हो गया. स्क्रीन शेयर करो. ओपन करो कोड, VS कोड. स्क्रीन दिख रहा है, वो मिररिंग दिख रहा है. और अदरवाइज सिर्फ VS कोड को शेयर करो. सिर्फ VS कोड शेयर करो. शेयरिंग बंद करो पहले. हाँ, शेयर में जाओ. देखो क्रोम टैब, तुम्हारा ये आएगा क्रोम टैब करके. चूज़ व्हाट टू शेयर इन meet.google.com. क्रोम टैब, नॉट क्रोम टैब. उसके बाजू में देखो एक विंडो है. हाँ, विंडो में देखो सिर्फ ये शेयर करने का है चीज़. मतलब सिर्फ VS कोड को शेयर करना है. चलेगा, कॉल करो. हाँ, विंडोज़ में कुछ आ नहीं रहा है. अच्छा, हाँ, एंटर स्क्रीन में किया क्या? एंटर स्क्रीन, शेयर. अभी VS कोड ओपन करो तुम्हारा. हाँ, वो तुम्हारा अपडेशन का प्रॉब्लम है. वो यू वाज ऑल्सो फेसिंग द सेम इशू, राइट? एनीवे, इधर से दिखा दो. पहले रन करो, कोड को रन करो, दिखाओ इफ कोड इज़ रनिंग. क्या है आंसर, क्या आया? हाँ, ये तो सिर्फ जावा आ रहा है. नहीं, मेन मेथड में जाओ. मेन मेथड. अरे मेन मेथड लिखे ही नहीं. तुमको मेन मेथड लिखना है. देन अच्छा, पब्लिक स्टैटिक वॉइड मेन. ओके, मेन मेथड लिखे हो. अरे नहीं 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 नहीं, नहीं. गलत हो गया, ये गलत हो गया. विद नॉट इनसाइड मेन मेथड. देखो पहले मेरा स्ट्रक्चर देखो. कॉल कट करो. ये देखो स्ट्रक्चर देखो पहले. प्रोग्रामिंग का स्ट्रक्चर क्या है? ये क्लास है. ओके, क्लास के अंदर ये मेथड्स रहेंगे. ये जो मेथड्स है ये क्लास के अंदर रहेंगे. ओके, एंड द सेम मेथड के अंदर मेथड नहीं रहेंगे. मेन भी एक मेथड है. मेथड के अंदर तुम मेथड नहीं लिख सकते हो. ओके, सो मेन मेथड के बाहर तुमको सारे मेथड्स जो है लिखना पड़ेगा, एंड देन व्हाट, देन तुमको इंस्टेंशिएट करना पड़ेगा, उस क्लास को इंस्टेंशिएट करना पड़ेगा टू एक्सेस द मेथड्स, टू एक्सेस द मेथड्स। मेथड के अंदर मेथड नहीं होता है, मेथड्स हमेशा क्लास के अंदर होता है, और मेन मेथड एक मेथड से दूसरे मेथड कॉल हो सकता है। दैट इज़ व्हाट मेथड इज़ डूइंग, मेन मेथड इज़ डूइंग हियर। हम लोग इस क्लास को इंस्टेंशिएट और ऑब्जेक्ट बना रहा है यहाँ पे, देन थ्रू दैट ऑब्जेक्ट वी आर एक्सेसिंग दिस मेथड्स। हाँ श्योर, शेयर योर स्क्रीन। Tell me what is the error you are getting. System S capital, system S capital for everything. Just type sys out, okay? Don't print, don't type system.out.println. Just delete it first. All these lines, I mean, sys out, SYSOUT. In small letter, Pritham. In small letter, sys out. नहीं आ रहा है क्या? Okay. So system.out.println would be like this: S capital, system.out.println, system.out, out का O small, out is method, system is a class, out is a method, dot println, println आ गया. Inside bracket you have to provide what? नो नॉट लाइक दैट, ए स्ट्रिंग तुम जो जैसे कर रहे हो ना, वो एज ए स्ट्रिंग हम लोग दे रहे. ओके, जो भी तुम इनसाइड स्ट्रिंग मतलब इनसाइड ट्रू मतलब इन्वर्टेड कॉमा के अंदर जो भी रखोगे, तो वो डायरेक्टली प्रिंट हो जाएगा. तो हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा, हमें मेन मेथड दूसरे मेथड्स एक्सेस करना पड़ेगा, राइट. सो मेन मेथड किधर है, मेन मेथड पहले लिखो. तो ये सिस आउट स्टेटमेंट्स जो है मेन मेथड के अंदर लेके जाओ. नहीं, मेन मेथड के अंदर लेके जाओ. ये जो सिस आउट स्टेटमेंट्स तुमने डाले हो ना नीचे, उसको कट पेस्ट करो मेन मेथड के अंदर. not there at the end. num2 इक्वल टू 2, उसके बाद एंटर मार के वो पेस्ट करो. अभी एक्सेस कैसे करोगे, वो तो मेथड्स जो है वो तो बाहर है मेन मेथड के, तो एक्सेस कैसे करोगे, उसके लिए तुमको क्लास को इंस्टेंशिएट करना पड़ेगा. मतलब क्लास का एक ऑब्जेक्ट बनाना पड़ेगा. पहले क्लास का ऑब्जेक्ट बनाओ मेन मेथड के अंदर. क्लास नेम क्या है, आवर फर्स्ट प्रोग्राम. राइट इट डाउन, आवर फर्स्ट प्रोग्राम. आ गया, जस्ट एंटर इट. देन स्पेस, अभी क्या लिखोगे, ऑब्जेक्ट वेरिएबल लिखोगे, राइट. अभी ऑब्जेक्ट वेरिएबल का नाम चाहिए ना, एक ऑब्जेक्ट वेरिएबल का नाम चाहिए. So ऑब्जेक्ट वेरिएबल का नाम लिखो. Where it will store in the memory space, that will be denoted by that variable, right? Okay, equal to. Now how we will create the object? What is the keyword? I have said new is the keyword, right? So type new space our program semicolon. Now a is your variable. A is holding all the methods here. All the methods are, I mean, a is holding all the methods, all the properties of this class. Now inside system.out.println, line number 8, a dot addition of two numbers, a dot addition of two numbers, a dot addition of two numbers. हाँ, अभी num1 एंड num2, हाँ ऑटोमेटिकली हम लोग दे के रखे हैं, तो इट विल बी फाइन. सेमीकोलन, एंड विल बी ऑलवेज विथ सेमीकोलन, अदरवाइज यू विल गेट कंपाइलेशन एरर. ये लाल लाल जो दिख रहा है वो कंपाइलेशन एरर है. द सेम वे यू डू इट फॉर रेस्ट ऑफ द लाइन्स, सिस आउट स्टेटमेंट्स. हटाओ इसको, लाइन नंबर 10 से लाइन नंबर 12 तक पूरा हटाओ. हटा के पूरा टाइप करो खुद. यू टाइप इट योर सेल्फ, नॉट देयर. जस्ट पुट, just select, not select, just click on the end of the line and then enter. It will be aligned automatically, right? System.out.println, system.out.println is used for what? Is used to print something in the console. Console means in our case it is terminal. पीछे और एक ब्रैकेट दो. ओपनिंग एंड क्लोजिंग ब्रैकेट शुड बी सेम, राइट? नीचे देखो कहाँ पे और एरर आ रहा है. एक ब्रैकेट, ये जो लाइन नंबर 36 में जो ब्रैकेट है वो गलत है. लाइन नंबर 36 में येलो कलर का देखो एक ब्रैकेट है, उसको हटा दो. कर्ली ब्रेस हो गया. अभी रन इट, रन दिस प्रोग्राम. आया? मैडम आपका कहाँ तक पहुँचा? मेन में ओके फाइन. क्या टाइम क्या हुआ? थोड़ा सा रुक जाओ, और थोड़ा सा एक टॉपिक है वो घर पे रट्टा मारना है तुम लोगों को, ठीक है? मैं शेयर कर रहा हूँ। मेरा स्क्रीन दिख रहा है? ओके। सो डेटा टाइप्स क्या है मैंने बताया, राइट? जब भी तुम जब भी हमारा मेमोरी स्पेस ऐसा है, जो हमारा जो मेमोरी है, इंटरनल मेमोरी, वो ऐसा है, तो इसके लिए इसके पास बहुत सारे रूम्स है। ओके, इसके पास बहुत सारे रूम्स है। वो एक एक रूम में एक एक टाइप का वेरिएबल जाके जमा होता है। ओके, एक एक रूम, जैसे तुम्हारा कॉलेज में सपोज तुम CS बैच से हो, कंप्यूटर साइंस बैच से, तो जाके तुम इंस्ट्रूमेंटेशन के बैच में तो नहीं बैठोगे ना, कंप्यूटर साइंस के बैच में ही बैठोगे। तुम सपोज इंडस्ट्रियल इंजीनियरिंग के इससे हो, तुम्हारे आगे इंडस्ट्रियल इंजीनियरिंग है, तुम्हारा टाइप इंडस्ट्रियल इंजीनियरिंग है प्रीतम, तो तुम जाके मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग में नहीं बैठोगे, तुम जाके प्रॉपरली वो इंडस्ट्रियल इंजीनियरिंग के रूम में ही बैठोगे, तब जाके तुम्हारा काम होगा। वैसे ही जावा कुछ डेटा टाइप डिसाइड किया है। ओके, डेटा टाइप डिसाइड किया है, तो वो डेटा टाइप जाके प्रॉपरली एक एक बॉक्स में जाके बैठ जाते हैं। इस बॉक्स के अंदर लॉट्स ऑफ जगह है। ओके, you will get lots of this kind of spaces where those variable will reside. Okay, so kind of data types we have in Java. First means एकदम smallest data type से एकदम largest data type, all type of data types we have. Okay, suppose we have a small number, okay, that will be denoted by byte. एक मिनट, let me write here BYTE, byte. ओके, बाइट मतलब क्या है? एनी नंबर बिटवीन -128 to +127 will be considered as byte. Okay, any number between -28 to 127 can be considered as byte. Okay, you can consider it as, or you can byte. Okay, byte, let's say a equal to what, 100. Do it in your VS Code, it will not give any error, because 100 is inside the value -128 to +127. नंबर सिस्टम पता है ना, -128 देन -127, ऐसे ऐसे करके इधर एक ज़ीरो आएगा, देन प्लस, ये सब शुरू होगा, देन लाइक 127 +127 एंड -128, इसके अंदर जितने भी नंबर्स है दैट कैन बी कंसिडर्ड एज व्हाट, बाइट. ओके, गॉट इट? देन कम्स शॉर्ट. ओके, शॉर्ट, अच्छा, बाइट का जो साइज़ है वो है 8 बिट्स. ओके, उससे पहले एक बता दूँ कि हमारे मेमोरी में जो बॉक्सेस है, द यूनिट लेवल, ओके, दिस यूनिट्स, स्मॉल यूनिट्स आर एक जो है वो 4 बिट के हैं. ओके, 4 बिट. ओके, तो एक बाइट जाके दो जो बॉक्स है वो ऑक्यूपाई करेगा, राइट? बिकॉज दिस इज ऑफ 8 बिट. बिट मीन्स द स्मॉलेस्ट यूनिट ऑफ द मेमोरी. बिट मीन्स द स्मॉलेस्ट यूनिट ऑफ द मेमोरी. सो 8 बाइट मीन्स 8 बिट মানে হচ্ছে 2 বাইট. ओके, तो 8 बिट मेमोरी स्पेस वो ऑक्यूपाई करेगा, मतलब 2 बॉक्सेस वो ऑक्यूपाई करेगा. ठीक है. नाउ कम्स शॉर्ट. शॉर्ट एक डेटा टाइप है. ये शॉर्ट का जो साइज है वो है 16 bit, okay, and the range of this short number is minus 32,768 to plus 32,767. ये शॉर्ट के लिए क्या माइनस 32,768 टू प्लस 32,767. This is for short which will occupy 16 bits. Okay, then comes int. Okay, then comes int occupies 32 bit. Okay, 32 bits. Int occupies 32 bits, and the range would be minus 2 to the power 31 to plus 2 to the power 31 minus 1. फिर इंट का जो रेंज है माइनस 2 to the power 31, एनी नंबर माइनस 2 to the power 31 टू प्लस 2 to the power 31 minus 1 के अंदर कोई भी नंबर हो तो वो हम लोग इंट पे डिक्लेयर कर सकते हैं. इफ यू सी वी कैन डिक्लेयर 100 ऑल्सो with int, right? Because this range is actually residing under int. It's minus 28 to 128 to plus 127. It is, this range is inside minus 2 to the power 31 to plus 2 to the power 31 minus 1, right? So any byte can be considered as int, okay, but not any int outside that range can be considered as byte. Correct. Same for short, because the numbers are increasing, means occupancy of these numbers are getting increased. This is 8 bits, this is 16 bits, this is 32 bits, like that. Okay, then comes long. Okay, long means long. Okay, long means what? Long is basically 64 bits. Okay, long का जो ऑक्यूपेंसी है वो 64 बिट्स है, साइज है वो 64 बिट्स है. और लॉन्ग का रेंज क्या है? लॉन्ग का रेंज है minus 2 to the power 63 to plus 2 to the power 63 minus 1. Got it? लॉन्ग का जो रेंज है minus 2 to the power 63 to plus 2 to the power 63 minus 1. This is the long range, long numbers range. Okay, long means और थोड़ा बड़ा integer. Correct? Then comes float. Then comes float. Okay, float का जो साइज है अगेन 32 बिट्स है. ओके, फ्लोट का साइज 32 बिट्स है, लेकिन फ्लोट का जो मतलब पोजीशन है वो है ऐसा कि सपोज 2.1 एक पोजीशन डेसिमल के बाद एक पोजीशन तक आप कंसीडर कर सकते हो फ्लोट, एंड एंड में वो एफ रहेगा. ठीक है, सपोज 10.1 एफ, this is the float number, floating point number. Floating point means you will have only one digit after this decimal point. You will have only one digit after this decimal point. Is called the floating point numbers. floating point numbers. Okay, clear? Any question? Now comes double. Okay, double. डबल का जो साइज है वो है 64 बिट्स, राइट, एंड फ्लोट्स हायर वर्जन इज डबल. दैट मीन्स you can have more than one precision. That means you can write 10.1213, okay, 10.3187 something, some numbers you can write with double precision. Only difference between float and double is float is 32 bit, double is 64 bits. Float will have if at the end, but double is not, I mean, we will not have any d at the end. Okay, will not require to write any d at the end of these double things. It's any decimal point numbers can be considered as double when you are considering more than one digit after this decimal point. More than one digit after this decimal point will be called double numbers. Understood? Now come to char. 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 Okay, char. Char. It denotes the character. Character means A, B, C, D. 1, 2, 3, 4 can be characters. Okay, A, B, all are different characters. Okay, so this character actually occupies 16 bits. 16 bits. Okay, and these are the Unicode characters. Means all these characters will have corresponding integer value, which is called the Unicode. Okay, Unicode. So all this character will have ASCII value, ASCII, which is called Unicode value. ASCII is American standard for computer क्या एक है डबल आई का क्या ये है, मैं भूल गया हूँ. ओके, अमेरिकन स्टैंडर्ड फॉर समथिंग है. ओके, सो ये यूनिकोड वैल्यू में वो स्टोर होगा. ठीक है, तो सपोज यू आर पुटिंग दैट यूनिकोड वैल्यू, इट विल कंसिडर्ड एज ए, or a will be stored in some numerical values which will be called Unicode values. Okay, Unicode characters. So how much space it occupies? It's 16 bits. It is 16 bits. Any question on this topic? Memory allocation is very important for interview. Okay, so they will ask how what is the memory allocation for int, what is the range for int. Okay, what is the memory range for byte, what is the range for short, and how much memory it occupies, one short variable, right? One float variable, what is the range of a float variable, and what is the size of a float variable. Then what is the size of a what is the size of a double variable. So all these things you have to remember. There is no shortcut. You have to remember all these things. How many data types are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 data types are there. You have to remember the occupancy or size of the variables types and the range. Correct? Did you note down? Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, tell me, Khushbu, I have a number 3. Okay, how many ways, with how many data types we can declare these 3? Integer, what is the range for short? रेंज नंबर का रेंज पूछ रहा हूँ. व्हाट इज द नंबर का रेंज ऑफ शॉर्ट? -32,000 समथिंग टू +32,000 समथिंग, तो उसके अंदर 3 आता है क्या? फिर शॉर्ट में भी हम लोग डिक्लेयर कर सकते हैं. अच्छा, अभी बाइट का देखो, बाइट का क्या ये है? -128 टू +127, तो उसके अंदर ये 3 आता है क्या? आता है ना. तो 3 कैन बी कंसिडर्ड एज बाइट ऑल्सो. नाउ टेल मी, लॉन्ग का क्या साइज है? लॉन्ग का क्या साइज नहीं, रेंज क्या है? -2 to the power 63 to +2 to the power 63 -1. देखिए वो तो ऑक्यूपेंसी है, लेकिन वो नंबर का रेंज देखो पहले. -2 to the power 63 to +2 to the power 63, इसके अंदर ये 3 आता है नहीं आता है? आता है ना. फिर वी कैन डिक्लेयर एज लॉन्ग ऑल्सो दिस वन. देयर विल बी नो प्रॉब्लम, राइट? ऐसे क्वेश्चन आएंगे, ये सब इंटरव्यू के क्वेश्चंस है, ऐसे क्वेश्चंस आ सकते हैं. मैं नहीं पूछता हूँ, लेकिन बहुत सारे ऐसे इंटरव्यूअर्स हैं जो ये सब बेसिक चीज़ों को लेके बहुत सारे ग्रिल करना पसंद करते हैं. तो बेटर टू प्रिपेयर योर सेल्फ. ओके, मैं ये सब क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछता हूँ, मैं सीधा कोडिंग पे जाता हूँ. Understood? Any question? प्रैक्टिस हुआ ना, प्रैक्टिस किए ना अभी, और क्या प्रैक्टिस करोगे? वीडियोस जो बना के दे रहा हूँ, भेज रहा हूँ, वो तुम लोगों के लिए स्टडी मटेरियल है. उसको बार बार रटो, उसको बार बार देखो. ओके, क्या बोल रहा हूँ, जो गलती किए थे उसको कैसे सुधारा हूँ मैं, राइट? तो तुमको प्रॉपर स्ट्रक्चर तुमको पता चल जाएगा. दिस इज फॉर बोथ ऑफ यू. ओके, एकदम स्क्रैच से सीखो. देयर विल बी नो हार्म. एक इंटरव्यू, 2 इंटरव्यू छूट जाए, कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, बट लर्न इट फर्स्ट एंड देन यू विल क्रैक इट. ओके, एंड हाँ, इंटरव्यू अपीयर ज़रूर करो. हाँ, so that you can see how, what is the temperament of interview room and what are the questions they are asking. That is very important, right? तो वो क्वेश्चंस को नोट डाउन करो, क्वेश्चंस को नोट डाउन करो. तभी अगर अलाउ नहीं करता है ठीक है, बट बाद में वो क्वेश्चंस को नोट डाउन करो. और उस ड्यूरिंग हमारा भी एक इंटरव्यू प्रोसेस होगा, राइट? हम भी एक मॉक इंटरव्यू लेंगे, रेगुलरली इंटरव्यू करेंगे. तो उसमें भी मैं वो पूछ रहा हूँ कि नहीं, देखो, ठीक है? फर्स्ट और इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चन मुझे मत दो, ठीक है, लेकिन सिमिलर क्वेश्चंस मैं भी पूछूंगा. देख लो मैं अगर वो पूछता हूँ कि नहीं, एंड बाद में मैं जो सिखाऊंगा उससे तुम वो आंसर कर पा रहे हो कि नहीं, वो भी देखना, ठीक है? In that way you can measure your education level. Whatever you are learning here na, you can measure. So test driven development, first try the test, first write the test cases, then first all the test cases will be failed, then one by one those tests should be passed. When all the test cases will be green, then that is the exit criteria. And the same thing will follow here. Okay, you will get all the questions and you will not be able to answer most of the questions. The aim of this particular session would be, or at the end of the particular session, you will be able to answer all the questions. बट दिमाग लगाना पड़ेगा, दिमाग लगाना पड़ेगा. ऐसा नहीं है कि वो क्वेश्चन ए आएगा तो मैं क्वेश्चन ए ही करवाऊंगा, ऐसा नहीं है. मैं सपोज सिमिलर क्वेश्चन स्मॉल ए करवाया, तुम्हारे पास आया क्वेश्चन कैपिटल ए, तो यू शुड बी एबल टू आंसर दैट क्वेश्चन, राइट. तो कॉन्सेप्चुअली बी क्लियर विथ कॉन्सेप्चुअल थिंग्स. ओके फाइन, हो गया. आज बहुत टाइम एक्सटेंड हो गया, 20 मिनट, बट फाइन. ओके, ओके, इसके बाद आएगा type casting. Okay, next topic will be type casting. Okay, type casting, that means how we can convert one data type to another data type. Okay, so we'll take it later, from Tuesday we'll take it. Okay, no worries. Okay, fine. I'll be busy in the evening, in the weekend time, because I have some other classes. But you can ask question. You can, if you are facing any problem, or if you have any question, straight away you ask in the WhatsApp group. Okay, and then I'll answer it. You'll get answer. No, don't worry about it. You'll get answer. So any feedback for me? Are you understanding? Anything I can do better? Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Happy weekend and enjoy. Okay, sure. Yeah, good night.